Hey, welcome back. So stretching is something that I need to do lots more of because I am not a flexible person. So I put together like a quick 10-minute stretch to just kind of get myself moving, warm up the lower body, especially because with martial arts, especially Tai Chi, a lot of it comes from the lower body and I tend to get very tight in my lower body. So first, you can just start off, but this one's for the hamstrings and for the inner groin area. So you just start leaning to the left. It's not so much about reaching for the toes as it is about pressing the thigh into the ground and leading with your body. Don't deform your back so you can reach your toes. It's better for you to be up high and not be able to reach your toes, but get a good stretch than to do it that way. Oh, something in my eye. And just breathe. You only need really about 30 seconds each side. If you want to hold stretches for 60 seconds, feel free to do so, because basically sometimes muscles are super tight. They just need to sit there a little longer to release. But 30 seconds will be fine. Now this one I'm going to hold for 60 seconds because this one I feel it pulling on both sides and I know I need it. So this one I'm gonna just hold a bit longer. So if you don't wanna hold for 60 seconds, fast forward 30 seconds or just watch me look strange. But I feel it a lot in here. So like I said, this is also the same thing. Rather than deforming my back so I can reach my toes, which isn't really giving me a good stretch in here. It's better to keep my back straight, press into the ground. I can't reach my toes, but I'm feeling a good stretch. And don't overstretch. If you feel pain, it's too much. Don't do it, just stop. It's not worth it because you can hurt yourself. You can overextend muscles and it'll get there, inches, centimeters, but it'll get there. I remember when I couldn't even do this much. Okay, next. Oh, gonna bring them in. Oh man. Sometimes I have to adjust my bum, bring it up. This is also for back there. Now you can either point your toes, which releases from the calves, the tension from the calves, so you can kind of sit more into the hamstrings, or you can, ooh, feel it in my calves because my calves are super tight. You can extend back. Again, I do this one for 60 seconds because my legs are super tight. My calves are always tight. Again, straight back, reaching your chest forward, pressing your bum back, which is much better than that. Don't need to look cool. No one's watching you. Okay. And next, I just call this the Z. So basically, both legs are at 90 degree, and just gonna do lean forward, and I'm feeling it pull into my into the rear muscles, like it's stretching my butt, basically, my glutes. So it's about 60 seconds leaning forward, and then, sorry, 30 seconds leaning forward for this one, and then it's gonna be about 30 seconds back in the same position for a total of 60. But now here, I'm opening up that hip flexor and that thigh. Woo! Oh man, this feels good. Again, don't go don't push too hard with it. If all you can do is this and you feel it in here, that's all you can do. Some people can lay down with it to get that good stretch, but I'm feeling it right in this hip flexor and this thigh. Oh, I'm gonna switch sides, same thing. Oh, my left side is way more tight than my right side, so I can't really lean as far forward, but I'm gonna keep that leg down. feel it in the glute. Stretch. I need to do this all the time. I'm trying to stretch every day, but sometimes the time just gets away from you. Just breathe through the stretches. With this one, if you kind of turn and line yourself up, you might get more stretch in the thigh. Okay, and next. This one seems kind of weird, but it's amazing. And I'm holding it for 60 seconds because that has me feel the most stretch. So basically you cross your legs and you're going to try to pull that knee to the opposite shoulder. And at the same time, you relax that hip into the ground. Some people are like super flexible and they can do this thing. I'm not there yet. At least not feeling the stretch while I do it. I mostly feel it in my back, but I'm not trying to feel it in my back. I'm trying to feel it right here to open up this hip area. So I'm just pulling my arm across my body, trying to get this to touch here and sitting my hip down. And I need this for the full 60 seconds. Again, you can fast forward so you're not staring at me. But you know, or you can imagine you're a model and you're just like, you're sitting, you're posing, you're doing your thing, whatever. Other side for 60 seconds again. Ooh, ooh. My left side. If I make faces whenever I'm stretching my left side, don't judge me. But man, my left side is so tight. The straight leg is just hanging out. It's just there for the ride. And keep your back straight. Just sit into it. Sometimes I rub the area that I'm stretching, gets the blood flow, helps it loosen up the muscles like a massage while the stretch is happening. And grab my other arm and pull. Ooh, yes. It's gonna be a good 60 seconds. Okay. And then, this I also do for 60 for myself because I need stretch in my hip flexors. So basically, just kneeling here and I'm pressing my glutes forward and I feel the pull here. So there's not much weight in this leg, it's just a stabilizing leg. All of the weight is in this leg and I'm just pressing this in, keeping this straight. It's just opening this up. If you need extra stretch, you can extend that arm. I don't need extra right now because like I said, I'm tight. So just hold this for my 60 seconds. And breathe into it. My hip flexors are horrible, horrible. It's from sitting all the time. This is what happens. You sit and these muscles just shrink. All right. Ooh, this 60 seconds is going by way too fast. It feels like it. Oh, and the opposite side. Oh, I don't have to make as many faces because my right side isn't as tight, but I still feel very good stretch in there. Again, if you need more, extend it up and feel that pull. Engage the core. If you have some core, build some core. Whew. And after this stretch should be about 9 minutes or so. Then, you know, if you want to stretch some extra stuff, there's always some extra stretches to do. Just work on what you need to work on. But this is kind of my daily routine stretch. I'll quickly show you some other stretches that I do, but not all the time. So there's one that I still can't do right now without assistance, which is you're on your heels like this, or you're like this, and you're leaning all the way back to extend here. I need blocks, so I only really do it in martial arts because I don't have my blocks. But that, if you're flexible enough to reach back to your heels, you get a good stretch in here. Another stretch, and you do the same thing. You're getting that same area as if you lay down and you pull either your pant leg, or if you can reach back and grab, and you're stretching that same area. In here and in here. There's also a frog, which is getting into that same area. A lot of people like the butterfly stretch. Mainly you prop yourself up. You imagine your knees are pressing out, not down, but pressing out, and you're engaging in here, engaging that muscle. I'm not flexible enough to really feel this as much. I feel a little bit. That's why I tend to lean towards the other stretches. And then finally, something that I do a lot that is underutilized is the squat. Now, I'm not up on my toes. That's not the stretch. I'm down here. So I'm feeling it in my calves, feeling it in my thighs, feeling it in my glutes. That's where the stretch is. Now, some people need assistance, so you might have to hold on to something because you can't get all the way down. As soon as you start to go down, because you're tight in your calves, you end up like this, and you don't really feel that stretch. This is where it is. If all you can do is here, and that's where you feel it, then do it there. But again, those are just options. So thank you, like, subscribe, let me know your favorite stretches, and see you next time.